Hey guys, Zombie here, and welcome to my first Among Us video. If you're anything like me, you picked up this game recently with the big craze on Twitch and been playing it non-stop. It's a ton of fun to hop in with friends and play this game. However, when you're first starting out, or playing with someone who's first starting out, it can be a little frustrating or a little annoying trying to explain everything as it's going on because you have to mute during the round. So I thought I would make a guide for the most complicated map in my opinion, which of course is MIRA HQ if you haven't noticed from where I'm standing. This guide's going to cover tasks specific to this map that are either challenging or I thought was worth including because it's not present in other maps, as well as some tips for imposters as well. So if you load it in free play, it'll spawn you here in the cafeteria where you can choose tasks and edit your settings, but I'm going to start over at the launch pad where you would spawn in a normal game, so I'll see you guys in a second. While I'm heading over there, this is a great time to hit subscribe. I'm planning to make a guide like this for every map, and also answering any questions in the comments, so I'd definitely like to have you back for future videos. In addition, I've been streaming this game multiple hours a day over on my Twitch, which I'll put on the screen right now and leave in the description. If you're looking for people to play with, I created some voice channels in my Discord you can use, and I personally go to a different Discord because there's a bunch of people in there who play this game, so I'll link both in the description below, my Discord and the Discord I use to play this game. Okay, now we're over at Launchpad, which is where you'll spawn in a normal game, so here's where we'll start. I do have mouse monitoring on, like it captures my cursor, so I can point at things later on to make it more clear. So here are the tasks I chose, because I thought these were the best ones to go over in this map, as the other ones are duplicates from other maps and are general tasks rather than specific to this map. So the first one is this with the turtle, which is, I guess, run diagnostics, it's this one. So you come up to it, I like to use spacebar to open tasks, it's just easier for me. And you come to this screen, and if it's your first time, you've never seen someone play this game, you might not know what to do here. You might hit your spacebar and nothing happens. What you have to do here is click the spacebar on the screen, and you see this start counting down. If you check your tasks, it'll tell you it takes about 90 seconds to complete. So in that time, you go over and do other tasks. And to my knowledge, if the round ends either in a dead body being reported or an emergency meeting, at the start of the next round this is automatically at 0, but I could be wrong. It might just take that long to run over here, because you spawn in the cafeteria, as you probably know. As we're running by here, I also want to point out right here, this is one of the oxygen panels, so if the imposters sabotage oxygen, this is one of the two panels. I go over the other one when we're near it later. And I'll go over this as imposter as well. The next one I want to show, I'll go laboratory. In a game, I wouldn't go laboratory first, because odds are the imposters will sabotage the reactor, so you'll have to come up here anyway, so I'll show you that right now. When they sabotage the reactor, there's one panel here, and there's one panel here. You have to have one person on each to disable the reactor. If you don't do that, the game automatically ends and the imposters win. Something I actually only found out recently is you can run, this is Simon Says right here, you can run behind Simon Says. Like you can run, like there's a little bit of a wall right here with whatever this contraption is, but you can run pretty much freely minus this little cone like right here. So I actually didn't know that till recently, so I wanted to point that out. Just a quick way to check both sides. If, let's say you're checking if someone died on this side, instead of coming around like this, which is what I used to do to check if someone's dead, you can just run straight through. So that's good to know. There's two tasks in laboratory I wanted to point out because I'm not sure if this one, I think this is unique to this one. It might be in the snow one, I don't think it is. So basically there's 3 different containers, like the gems, the animals, and the plants. So these 2 are plants. You can see there's the plant outline on each. This one is gems, so you have like this little geode and you have these little crystals coming out of this rock. And this one is animals, so you have like this fossil and this bone. The first time, if I didn't watch someone do that on YouTube or on Twitch before playing this map for the first time, I'd be very confused at that, so I wanted to go over that one. Another one's this gem. Basically, you want to assemble a gem with all the pieces in the right spot. However, so here's the tip. You always start with the bottom first and place it pretty much right on top of this circle, like right here, because this is the next piece. I lied. This is the next piece. But if I place it like here, it won't work, even though it is the next piece. But you can place them in any order. So if this is the next one, I can place it here. It's hard to aim it. So I would always work from the bottom up. The bottom one I've never missed because you put it right here. then you put in the next one, then the next one. It's possible to go out of order, like I could do this, but without the reference of only one piece missing, if I went bottom and tried to do top, I probably wouldn't hit it accurately, and you can waste time doing that. And as you know, time is your best friend as a crewmate. To complete tasks, to go fast so the killers can't get their kills off, have their cooldowns going. So that's what I wanted to show in laboratory. Head back to decontamination. And like I said, I wouldn't come up here unless the reactor goes off, because the reactor's gonna go off at some point, most likely. We'll head up to admin next, and then swing down to cafeteria area, and then I'll run back to launchpad just to quickly show you. I'll cut back over. So for this one, if you've never seen it, and you've never seen someone do it, it's just a numpad, and it's kind of confusing. What you do, you click on this like ID down here, and you see the number come out, and you just type in the number. It's really simple, but your first time you might not know to click on that card to open up the number you need. So moving along to cafeteria, next I'm going to do the vending machine, which I've definitely seen people struggle on. I've struggled on myself. So you open it up, and it changes every time. If you leave and re-enter, the configuration changes, and the objective actually changes. So you're not looking for any specific item. It's not always going to be the Mountain Dew. It's not always going to be the Gatorade. What you're looking for is right here underneath the numpad, you see like a little drawing, and that corresponds to one of the drinks. So this one would be A3, because this is the same item. If I'm just reload it quick, it is the bendy straw, which is this one, some sort of almond milk. If I do it again, you have the heart of the peach milk thing. So that's right here, A2. So this time I'll punch it in. It comes down, and you complete the task. So that's how that one goes. I've seen people struggle with that. I'm going to quickly show you this one. I've never actually gotten this one in a game, believe it or not, but it's one that would be confusing if you've never seen it. So basically, it's the watering can. You open it up. You have to find the watering can, which is right here, but it can spawn different locations. You click it, and that's the task, and then you have to come up to greenhouse to do the next step, which I'll cut to after showing you this one. This one's extremely simple. It's over in balcony. It's the weather one. I just figured I'd show it because it's unique to this map. You just click begin, wait the 5 seconds, and you're good to go. Alright, I'll see you guys over in greenhouse right here. Alright, so we're over in greenhouse. This task is extremely simple. You just open up the plants, and you just click all 4 of them. I missed the last one though, don't be like me. I tried to click the last one and clicked out, so it closed it. But apparently it saves your progress on that one, so that's nice. It's not like the wires if you misclick off the screen where it'll just reset you. So that's good to know. Alright, I'm going to cut over to Launchpad just to show you the last task, and then we'll switch over to Imposter. Alright, so we're back over at Launchpad. It's been the 90 seconds, or the 1 round has passed. So you come back up to the diagnostic panel, click it, and it says pick the anomaly. Wherever there's a red mark, I'm pretty sure these 2 are linked and these 3 are unlinked. That's why there's the branching. You click on whatever one's red, and you finish the task, and because I completed all the tasks I had selected for this video, it says, if you were the crew, you would have won, blah, blah, blah. I'm in free mode, so that's why it says that. So now I'm going to head back over to the cafeteria, switch to Imposter, and show you some tips for them. Quickly before we switch to Imposter, I realized I forgot to show the other oxygen panel. It's right here. Oxygen is one of the best ways to split up crewmates as imposters on this map, but I'll get to that more in 1 second when I switch to Imposter. Alright, hey guys, it's Future Zombie here. I realized after finishing this recording I completely forgot to show off the comms room. So basically, it keeps track of sensors that get walked over. Each one's a different color, and it shows you which side of the triangle hallway you crossed. So I'll show you where the sensor is. So there's a sensor right here. So you cross it, you see it just flash green, which means it sent it to the computer. But if I go back and forth quickly, you know, it only does it every few seconds. Like, you can't run back and forth and just spam it. It only goes to the computer when you see it light up. There's a few second cooldown, probably between 3 and 5 seconds or so. So if you run quickly, I mean, these are gonna pick you up if you go from one to another, but only if someone else didn't trigger a different one. I haven't seen this be terribly useful in any of my games. I bet it is useful if you use it correctly. I just feel like it's very challenging with a lot of people because people will be coming. This is one of the biggest areas in the map, especially like biggest in terms of traffic, especially because you start in cafeteria and people will split up going either down to reactor area or up to admin, O2, and electric, which creates a lot of traffic, which I feel like would, and because it only goes every few seconds, it's not going to give as much information as they need on the on the sensor. So I don't understand this terribly well. I haven't seen it used very much in game. I bet there is a use for it. Again, if you know how to use this and you use it all the time and you know how to use it as a powerful weapon to call out imposters, or to fake it as an imposter to use it against a crewmate, definitely let me know in the comments. I'll either make a follow-up video, put it in the pinned comments, description. I'll put it somewhere. Alright, so now we're imposter, and if you're trying to do this in free play mode, you go up to the computer and you just select be imposter. So here is the big thing on this map that people like to talk about. It's the vents. The vents connect to every other vent in this map. You can go literally anywhere through the vents, anywhere you want. All of them are connected. I'm going through all of them right now. And so you can traverse this map very quickly as imposter. The problem is if you're traveling around like crazy, people aren't going to know where you are. And there's also one back here that some people don't know about. People won't vouch for you because they won't see you most of the round. So something that I've theorized, I've never been able to execute it in a game because I'm just never an imposter, and when I am, I just throw by accident. Ninth crewmate over here. But something like this. So this dummy is going to be my example. Just imagine there is, let's say there's two people here, and there's someone over here, or just some combination, right? Maybe there's someone over here, and there's two people over here, or two people here, one here, whatever. One here, two here, whatever. There's multiple people, you're an imposter, and they're all crewmates, right? I've theorized that a good way to do this, especially if there's only a few people left, you turn off the lights, you come over, you kill them, and then they're running up, and then because you can vent anywhere, you just as quickly as you can, get there first. Then they come in behind you, and you can, as you see them walking in, you can just flip the lights. You're like, okay, I turned it on, let's go, whatever. Then stick with them the rest of the round. Because they'll say, oh, I saw him here first. And I was like at the vending machine, so there's no way he could have killed him, excuse me, down at the balcony. I've never been able to execute this. I've never really had the opportunity to. I think that's a very interesting play you might be able to make. Of course, there's the reactor, which I feel like everyone uses, and they shouldn't. But I'll head over to here quickly. So basically with the reactor, this might end the game, because I don't think the bots are going to do this. You call the reactor, and it basically forces pretty much everyone in the game over to right here. And that's the reason I don't like this very much, because forcing crewmates to conglomerate in one location isn't smart, in my opinion. Because then how are you going to get a kill if everyone's together? I don't think I can fix this by myself, so I'm just going to let it finish, and then it'll say I won, and then I'll come back in a second just so the beeping stops. Alright, now that the beeping's done, let's move on. My favorite is O2, which I'll get to in a second. I do want to point out this vent in particular, which brings you back to Launchpad. This is other than round one, this is a very, very dead area. There's 3 tasks total. There's this one, which you get from moving a power slider in a reactor, which will force you to come here afterwards. There's this task, which is gas, which is done round one, because you can do it immediately, so they'll do that immediately. And then there's this one that forces them to come back later. So a lot of people like to, if they're venting around, just seeing where they want to go, you know, they're clicking around, whatever, they click over here, there's one person here, oh, cool, you know, slice, and then you come back and you jump in. I'm not the biggest fan of this. It can work. A lot of my friends that I play with like to camp down here as crewmates down here, over here, and then if someone dies, they pop out and if there's 2 people here, maybe you can get the double kill. They'll probably be able to report in time. They might catch it going into the vent. This has the ability to be a very powerful vent, but if the crewmates play around it by sitting over here, or if they come in 2s or 3s even, because you can potentially double kill here, it makes it much harder for the imposter. This is one of the biggest areas where if crewmates know what they're doing, it makes it very, very hard for imposters. So I wanted to point this out. Now we have my personal favorite on this map, which is oxygen. It's the only real sabotage that's going to separate the crewmates. So you sabotage O2, and it goes off. So there's one here, and there's the one all the way down in the hallway right past Launchpad, right? So most people come to this one. If I'm being entirely honest, most people come up here, they punch in the code of I'm sorry, 2, 3. I punch this in and say, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna do my task right here. I'm gonna do my task in electric and admin. Let whoever else take care of this one. For the most part, there's usually 1 or 2 people who go here, minus imposters. A lot of times they'll come over here, maybe there's only 1 person, and you know, you have a bigger vision. You can see if someone's coming before they see you. So then you can slice, and then you can keep running and jump into this one. Again, okay, that actually finished before I put in the number, but it's risky because you're going to be by yourself running towards somewhere where no one is. Which, if you run this way and someone comes down and sees it, you're screwed. If you go that way and there's a emergency meeting, or someone saw this person come this way, there's no vent nearby. You have to follow them down here, or pop out of medbay right here and come through. This right here is a very active area by the it's tough. I think this is the toughest map for imposters personally. I think it's the most complex map by far. There's the least confirms on this map. Of course, there's medbay, which I think might be the only confirm on this map, where, you know, you scan and people can see you scanning and then they know you're a crewmate. There is asteroids on this map right here. I don't know if there's a visual. I think this map might be the only one without a visual. If there is one, I don't know it. I would love for you to tell me in the comments if there is. I think this map is by far the most difficult. If I missed anything important, let me know in the comments below. I'll either put it in the description, I'll edit it over the video, I'll put it in the pinned comment, etc. I hope this video helps you guys. If it does, please like the video. Let me know in the comments so I know to make for the other maps in the future, coming up soon, hopefully. And yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another video. And until then, see you soon.